I'm doing a quick trip down Sunset Boulevard to see a block that won't be here much longer. And, well, there's a lot of things that are not going to be here much longer. This, here on our right, this old Range Rover dealership. Next to it was the Cock and Bull restaurant. There. That's coming down. There's Gil Turner's liquor store on the left. That's where John Belushi, Halle Berry drove into it, literally drove into it a couple of years ago. That building you see on the left with the flashing thing, that's where Gazzari's used to be. That's gone. That was Bing Crosby's old offices. I heard that's coming down, but I haven't heard much about it since. The Bing Crosby building has historic significance, and it has been nominated to have historic designation. It looks like videotape recording was invented in this building. I will pull over here. The Rainbow Bar and Grill. There, formerly the Villanova Restaurant. Vince Minnelli proposed to Judy Garland. Marilyn Monroe met Joe DiMaggio. The Roxy, where the Rocky Horror Show got its American debut. But the block I'll come up to see. Go on, you can go. Look at that. Jeez, gone. This entire city blocks are wiped out. That one's coming down next. I don't really care about that. That was the Hustler place. That wasn't even around for very long. That green building that you see over there, that's, we see that Chato's Barbershop. That's where the Doors were the house band. And there's the Whiskey. And I'm in front of the legendary Whisky-a-go-go. Whisky-a-go-go is one of the most important and prominent and important rock and roll venues. It has served the launching pad for generations. Johnny Rivers, Zappa, loved the Doors, Buffalo Springfield, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, The Carpenters, Sonny and Cher. I remember Dee Dee Ramone had his memorial service. I think it was this place. But you know, the Doors were the house band over there at the Whiskey, but before they were the house band at the Whiskey, they were the house band at the London Fog for not a very long period of time. But that's it. The London Fog. I'm not going to go in there because it's a barber shop and there are people barbering, but they did let me in there once to shoot some pictures, and I'll put those in here. But that was the London Fog. These first two images come from the London Fog Facebook page, and the interior is a photograph that I took not that long ago. Imagine the Doors playing in this tiny space before they moved over to the Whisky-a-go-go in 1966. Justin. And this whole area is changing. That whole city block is gone. This whole city block is going. As is that city block over there. Over there is the block that will be no longer very soon. Yeah. So I understand that the Viper Room does not have any shows scheduled after June. But that block is coming down. One by one. That used to be a costume shop that and it changed hands many times. I think they were only signing like 1 or 2 year leases after a while. So all these buildings one at a time are going. The first one to officially go completely is Turner's liquor store on the corner. But this block is like one of the last Sunset Strip blocks that's completely, you know, I don't want to say unscathed, but it looks the way it did. You can hold a picture up of it, and all the storefronts are still there. See all the detail, the architectural details, all still there. That cool, you know, sort of loopy sign right there. You see that was the payphone that Joaquin Phoenix was right there. The Joaquin Phoenix used to call emergency services. You might have seen in an older video, Chase up there. That was where Jerry Lewis's old restaurant used to be. Match.com used to be Tinder. Maybe it's the same company. And the new Supreme store, which is where the old Tower Records was. I don't want to go any further. Book Soup. And there's Turner's Liquor Store. It used to be the Melody Room next door, then it was Filthy McNasty's. It's been the Viper Room for quite a long time. And Johnny Depp didn't own it. He had like a small percentage of it. But you can see the signage there of the little Aero liquor store thingy. And hopefully someone's going to save that. 1993 is when River Phoenix died, yeah. The thing that's supposed to go in there is an 11-story building that's called the 8850 Sunset Project. And they're calling it, it's going to have apartments and a hotel, retail, and they're calling it a dynamic, modern, mixed-use space for residents, tourists, and entrepreneurs, creating a whole new way of experiencing West Hollywood. And if they're going to reopen an elevated, which is another one of those trigger words for me, an elevated Viper Room, because that's what we need. That's what we need. This is the guy trying to figure out the LA street signs for parking. 2-hour parking, 4-hour parking, no stopping, no parking. So Turner's shut its doors permanently just last week. So let's do a little documentation of this block. See, they're not taking any of that down. It's this, probably up to that very edge where this parking lot ends. So, here's the back area. local liquor store sign. This is where the payphone was. Is that a payphone? No, it's not. No, it doesn't even have an area code on it. How do you know when it's time to leave? When the red wagon shows up. That could very well be the last time you see that city block intact. It's definitely coming down. My friend Allison Martino coined the term sunset stripped. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention. And until next time.
You heard me.